Hi everyone, my name is Katarina and I live and work already 1 year here in Beijing. If you want to learn more about my exciting journey and what makes China such a unique place to live and what I enjoy most about it, keep watching this video. So after finishing my whole visa renewal process, because as a foreigner in China we have to renew our visa every year, I started to reflect, what do I enjoy most about living here in China? There were so many things that came up into my mind, and today I would like to share with you a few of them, because for me China is such a unique place to live and there's so many things that I appreciate and enjoy of living here. So the first thing I really started to enjoy, and when I arrived here I was very amazed, it's the app WeChat. Because I assumed it's gonna be just a normal social media app that I was used to by using apps like WhatsApp, but WeChat is a combination of a payment system and a social media app. So on one hand, we use WeChat to send messages, to get in touch with groups and other people, and on the other hand, it's connected to the Chinese banking account, so everything can be paid by using WeChat. So for example, if I want to transfer money to a friend, if I buy my plane or hotel, if I pay for my hotel by a plane ticket, if I do my groceries or food delivery, everything can be paid by WeChat. So even if I pay my electricity bill in WeChat, there is a small application itself called so-called mini program in WeChat. I use it to choose my to take the bill and for my electricity and just pay it via using WeChat. So this makes life so much more convenient of living here. At the same time, if you go out and you just want to get your street food, there is a QR code. You can pay to that person without touching any money, so you just transfer it by scanning the code and the money is transferred to the other person. Also, if you go to a temple, there is not just a donation box where you can donate the money, there's a QR code, so people scan the code to donate money to the temple, which makes life so much easier. If you leave the house, the only thing is you just need your phone, no keys, no cash, no cards, just your phone. And this is something I really like about living here, because it makes everything so digitalized, more convenient. Another thing that I also just mentioned was the delivery. So China is well known for its super fast delivery system. So you can get everything delivered to your home, like to your apartment door, just within 1 hour, even less than 1 hour. So you can order your food from the restaurants, from the grocery stores. Also, of course, Taobao is super famous because everything that you can imagine exists on Taobao. And this is so easy. Just use your app and you get your food delivered to your home. I personally use it more often to get my groceries, so I don't need to carry these heavy bags anymore. I just use to put the items into my basket and use the time. So for example, I'm in the office, I know I'm gonna be at home around 8 p.m. I just put everything there and use the information, please deliver it at 8, and even I'm not at home, the delivery person is gonna just leave it next to my door and I will pick it up once I arrive. So this is so easy. And talking about Taobao, so I got kind of addicted to it because I order everything on Taobao, like especially food that I miss, I don't get here in the supermarket, I get here at the Taobao. So if you see an item, you can just use your phone, take a picture of it, and Taobao, using the intelligent technologies, recognize the food and they're gonna provide you the exactly same item. So you don't need to type it anymore, you just take a picture of the item and you can get it on Taobao. This is so amazing. So yeah, I think the delivery process, the variety of things you can buy here online, it's just exploding every day. So this is one of the things I think everyone who lives in China would miss if you go to another country which has not the same system. I personally, I can only compare it with Germany, where it's not that fast and not that easy as we have it here in China. This is all the delivery transportation methods. So as you can see the different brands here, and even there this package on top. And because today is national holiday, so they're just resting. There's still some IKEA packages on top. Also, this is how it looks like. So this is how the package is gonna be delivered in China. So yeah, usually in the morning when I pass by, they stop here and they put all the packages on top, on the bottom. They just throw it down and then they sort it and they deliver it to the buildings around. So it's quite interesting to see how our packages are gonna delivered in China. So let's talk about the amazing transportation system. So there's so many options to get around the city. So you can take a car, obviously, you can take a taxi, you can call a taxi by using an app which called Didi, similar to Uber. We have the city bikes, the shared bike system, and as well the metro. So I personally, I use almost, I think not always, I use it every day to get to work, the bike. So the bikes are out there, there are different providers. So the yellow bikes, which is provided by called Mobike, the blue bikes, which is provided as Alibaba. So we just take the phone, scan the QR code on the bike is opening, and we just pay around one RMB, which is less than €1, and we can just get around the city on the bike. Also very famous, as already mentioned, is Didi. So it's very convenient. You can order a taxi and super cheap compared to Western countries to get around to get around the city. And Beijing, I say Beijing is the biggest car park in the world, because during rush hours the cars are just standing, not moving at all. And that in this case I would totally suggest to take a metro or take a bike to get around instead of using the car. The metro system is also super fast, and I think every 2 minutes, and it's, the metro is arriving, and it's also one of the ways that I use if I go, for example, to the airport or the train station. It's one of the fastest possibilities to travel here in Beijing. So as you can see, there are many options around there. And now let's get to the most important aspect of the Chinese culture. It's the food. What would be China without this huge variety of food? So every region has their own dish, their own flavors. So every place provides their own typical type of food. So one of the most important aspects of the Chinese tradition is the food. I personally, I have a vegan healthy lifestyle, so I'm very picky with choosing the Chinese food, because I'm explaining what I prefer not to have in my food, like how to make a dish plant-based, which just makes sometimes a bit more challenging to explain to a person who have a different understanding what means vegan, what means vegetarian. But anyway, there's so much outside of the considered Chinese food, and I personally enjoy most here, considering the restaurants, the Asian food like Thai, Vietnamese, and the fusion kitchen. But of course I also like to, especially during the week, to cook for myself. So I just order my groceries and I cook it at home. But if you're a food lover and you love to try the different dishes, flavors of the Asian kitchen, China is the place, because there's so many things out there to try, and I feel like there's every day new places opening and other places closing, so it's changing super fast, and an exciting place to try new dishes. Considering the taxes, also one of the benefits personally for me, I can compare it with my with my taxes I used to pay in Germany, and there's a huge benefit. So at the moment I pay around 20% taxes on my income, but significantly less what I would pay in Germany. But here I don't want to go deeper into the details because your taxes depends on several factors. For example, what kind of contract do you have here in China? How many days do you spend during the year in China? And yeah, this has to be considered in order to calculate it. But from my experience, it's significantly less what I would pay in Germany. The last point I would like to mention is the code China Speed. I work in the tech industry, and it's just incredible to see how fast the startups small tech startups are developing and growing, how the innovations are impacting our life. Besides the apps that I just mentioned, like WeChat, Alibaba, delivery system, Taobao, transport. Besides all of that, there's so much more to come here, and it's just a unique place to explore and to see how these innovations are impacting our daily lives. This brings me to my last point. At the one hand, we have this tech startups, the digitalized future of China, and this tech industry that's growing so fast. And on the other hand, it's the Chinese tradition. So we have these old buildings, we have the temples, and we have the typical picture of China. And all these elements combined together makes it such a unique place to live here. So all these elements combined together, it makes such a unique place to live here. So combining both, for example, here in Beijing we have Sanlitun, or all these modern new buildings. At the other hand, we have the Hutongs, the Forbidden City, like the old traditional China, and both combined together in one place, it makes very, very unique of being here. So summarizing all the aspects, I really appreciate China, and I'm excited to be here. And yes, there are some days where I think, why this is happening? Like, I cannot explain the behavior of people. I get sometimes lost and stressed out, and of course it's sometimes hard. But at the same time, it's a good point, because China is pushing me always out of my comfort zone. There's some days where I think, oh, I know how China works. I figured it out. I know where to go. And then something is happening, and it's like, okay, I don't know. I need to grow. I need to get off my comfort zone. So China is constantly pushing me. So I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot about myself, and this is something also I think yeah, China will never bore someone, because it's so fast and there's so much ongoing every day. And as I call it as my China adventure. So there's no day like the other, because there's every day something new coming up. So this makes again a very unique place to live. So I'm happy to share with you guys more about my experience here. Please let me know in the comments below what you're most interested in. And thank you so much for watching this video, and see you soon. Bye!